Hello everyone, this is Nitish. Today I'm going to give a glimpse about Pandas. Pandas is a Python library used for working with datasets. It has functions for analyzing, cleaning, exploring, and manipulating the data. The name Pandas has a reference to both the panel data or the pandas can also called Python data analysis, and it was created by Wes McKinney in 2008. Pandas allows us to analyze big data and make conclusions based on statistical theories. Pandas can clean messy datasets and make them readable and relevant. Relevant data is very important in data science. What can pandas do? Pandas gives us answers about the data like is there a correlation between two or more columns? What is the average value, maximum value, minimum value? Pandas are also able to delete rows that are not relevant or contains wrong values like empty or null values. This is called the cleaning of the data. That is the brief introduction of pandas. Now let's see the types of data structures in pandas. There are three types of data structures in pandas, and the first one is series. Series is a one-dimensional array-like structure with homogeneous data. And the next one is the data frame. Data frame is a two-dimensional array with heterogeneous data. And the last one in pandas is panel. Panel is a three-dimensional data structure with heterogeneous data. It is hard to represent the panel in graphical representation, but panel can be illustrated as a container of a data frame. Let us see more about the data frame. Pandas data frame is a two-dimensional data structure. Data is aligned in a tabular fashion in rows and columns. The features of the data frame are potentially columns are of different data types. Features of the data types. The size of the data frame is mutable. It has labeled axes. There will be a name for rows and the columns. It can perform arithmetic operations on rows and the columns. Pandas data frame takes five arguments. The first parameter is the data. Data takes various forms like ND, arrays, series, map, lists, dictionaries, constants, and also another data frame. And the next one, index. For the row labels, the index to be used for the resulting frame is optional default if no index is passed. And for the columns, for column labels, the optional default syntax is np.arrange of n. This is only true if no index is passed. And the dtype is the data type of each column. Copy means this command is used for copying data if the default is false. These are the five parameters of the data frame. Now let's see how to create a data frame. A pandas data frame can be created using various inputs like lists, dictionaries, series, ND arrays, and or another data frame can also be used. Now let's see an example. This is an example how to read a data frame, how to read any type of data, any Excel sheet or any CSV file, any PPT or anything it can read through the data frame. Import pandas as PD. That means it will import the pandas library to a short form called PD. Data equal to blank. We should give the data from our local storage. So DF, the data frame is stored in the DF. When we print the DF, we get the table of that particular data set. This is how we read data from pandas. No, not pandas. This is how we read data from the data set. We can also delete the rows, we can also delete the columns, we can add some data to it. We can do a lot more with pandas. Like this, we can use pandas to delete, create, or to add, or to reindex the particular data, like that. Let's see how to handle categorical data. There are many Data that are repetitive, for example, gender, country, and codes are always repetitive. Categorical variables can take on only a limited. The categorical data type is useful in following cases. A string variable consisting of only a few different values, converting such a string variable to a categorical variable will save some memory. The lexical order of a variable is not same as the logical order. By converting to a categorical and specifying an order on the categories, sorting and minimum or maximum will use the logical order instead of the lexical order. As a signal to other Python libraries that this column should be treated as a categorical variable. It is suitable statistical methods are plotted. Categorical features can only take on a limited and usually fixed number of possible values. For example, if a dataset is about information related to user, then you will typically find features like country, gender, age, group, and etc. Alternatively, if data you're working with is related to products, you will find features like product type, manufacturer, seller, and so on. These are all categorical features in your dataset. These features are typically stored as X values, which represent various traits of the observations. For example, gender is described as male or female. Product type could be described as electronics, apparels, food, etc. Note that this type of features where the categories are only labeled without any order of precedence are called nominal features. Features which have some order associated with them are called ordinal features. For example, a feature like economic status with categories low, medium, and high, which have an order associated with them. There are also continuous features. These are numeric variables that have an infinite number of values between two values. A continuous variable can be numeric or a date or time. Regardless of what the value is used for, the challenge is determining how to use this data in the analysis. This is how you handle categorical data. Uh, And that's all for this video. I have given a glimpse about the pandas, how to read the data, how to delete columns, how to add columns, how to create a new data frame, how to take input from the data set, and we have seen about how to handle categorical data. In the next video, we can do a practical on this. So that's all for this video. Thank you everyone. Bye.